Welcome to another episode of Kai-Zen Consciousness. Today's topic will be working with innovation personalities. Welcome, Ehnes here. This is Kai-Zen Consciousness, where you can learn to master your life from the inside out. So the time has come for you to take your idea that is going to change the world and you want to bring it to the world. So how are you going to go about doing this? Well, given the law of diffusion of innovation curve, different personality styles on that curve are going to take the information and adopt it differently. As an example, Kaizen Consciousness translates to continuous improvement. And what that means is that we are constantly seeking to better ideas. Some are old, if not most of them are old. We call that reinvention. And some are really brand new. But what we're trying to do is to reinvent them so that they will appeal to the different personalities that are on this curve of diffusion of innovation. The better an idea can be adopted across the board, the more the needs and values of all these different people will be met. So as an innovator, how you treat others will eventually be exactly how they treat you. So that is why you need to be really aware of how these different personality styles work. The first group are called innovators. Now, how do you work with them? Well, first of all, you got to look for them everywhere and anywhere. They will stand out. You'll know this. At that point, you're going to support them. You're going to support them publicly. You're going to bring your friends to them, and you're going to say, hey, their ideas are valid. And you will network with them, hopefully through masterminds, and find different ways of getting their ideas into the public. Group number two are the early adopters. Now they make up 13.5%. These are the critical people. So how do you work with them? Well, let's say you have a brand new idea. Well, for them you could offer discounts for trying things out. You give them the ability to go through trials, like beta testing on some software. Okay, you would, for example, offer them this, or the idea might be something socially, and you give them the chance to be part of a beta testing group. You will support them, you will publicly support them, and you will especially support them online. The next group is the early majority, group number 3. They make up 34% of the population. So how do you work with this group? Remember, we've got the curve, okay, it's starting to slope. And as we are at the top of this crest, this first 34%, they also need to be pulled on board. They're looking for recommendations from others who are credible people. So find that. Find credible sources and put those people in front of this group and let them get the idea out there so that the group itself can say, yes, I will jump on board. Remember, they're a little skeptic. They're starting to increase in terms of the amount of fear they have about risk. You can also offer them some sort of performance guarantee. Let's say you offer a new product and you say, you have a 10-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. If you like it, continue. If you don't, here's your money back. In addition, you want to offer good customer service and good customer feedback. Group number 4 is the late majority. As I was trying to point out in my last video, this group starts to have a much higher risk aversion. So what you're really hoping to accomplish here is to minimize the risk. The first thing that you have to understand about this group is that they buy the idea more so than the product itself. And because of this, you need to make sure that the idea itself is something that they can get behind. This is when people start to look at brand name recognition, and they are brand name followers. This group's biggest fear is being left behind. So that's when it makes sense that you maybe offer them also a different type of discount, jump on board now. So the marketing and the way to deal with this group is to make sure that they understand that being left behind is much worse than adopting the idea. So you, in the meantime, will have reinvented the idea for each group, aiming for more and more simplicity, because the simpler the idea, the easier it is to adopt. The last group are known as the laggards. They make up the last 16%. Now don't give up on this group. Okay? While this group heavily dislikes change because they have a strong fear of risk At the same time, you offer your idea and then leave complete self-control over the when, the how, and the if in terms of adopting the new idea. So what you see here is an example of how to run a brand new idea through the law of diffusion of innovation curve so that the different personalities have their needs and wants met. Thanks for watching another episode of Kai-Zen Consciousness, where the possibilities are endless.